basically to come and thank Mr. President for the initiative on the executive early last year to help to attract investments. As most of you know, following the PIA, we realized that there were additional incentives that were necessary to attract investment. And the reason for that is that the competition for investment is global. And most other countries, like other African countries, Guyana, the Far East, they're changing their policies very dynamic so that they can attract those investment. So one of the great things that Mr. President did was to actually announce those executive orders to put additional incentives to be able to attract investment. Now, Shell, having done that, Shell was then able to do, three things over the last, I would say, 1.5 years. One, Shell was able to complete its transaction of the onshore JV asset that was, as most of you know, transferred to Renaissance. Completing that transaction showed to the world Mr. President's commitment to the ability for investors to bring in investment, and also if they needed to exit, because investment world is very dynamic. I think that brought confidence to the international community, including Shell. Having completed that divestment exercise, Shell has then taken final investment decision of $5 billion for the development of Bonga North. And after that, subsequently, they took another investment decision last year for what we call a shallow water field. We call it HI, for gas development, another $2 billion. So overall, between the time that Mr. President has announced that incentive, just one company, Shell alone, has already invested over $7 billion. So you can imagine what that means in terms of replication. I think what this has shown is that we're seeing more confidence in Nigerians' economy from investors. Mr. President also made commitment to continue to look at opportunities as they come and ensure that Nigerians' investment environment, particularly in the oil and gas industry, as we know, remains dynamic. Today also, Shell then also made commitment to the President of, pushing another $20 billion opportunities over the next couple of years. And they indicated that the ability to do this and the ability to pull in these resources, remember everybody is competing for global capital, is because of the confidence that they have in the leadership that Mr. President has demonstrated, not just talked about, but in terms of what they can touch and feel around transparency and around commitment to the agenda of Mr. President. And to that extent, Shell also then started talking about the next project they are looking at to take FID on. We are working with them assiduously on that project. It's the Bonga Southwest project. That Bonga Southwest project has investment in terms of capital of close to $10 billion, but also investment in terms of operating expenses. And remember, most of the time when we talk about these big numbers, I think we need to make it clear to ourselves. What does it mean? It means more jobs in terms of people that will be involved in the construction of those. So Nigerians will have a lot of opportunities to participate. Most of our fabrication yards that have been closed out for many times since we didn't have project, those fabrication yards will come to life. Most Nigerians have made huge investments in fabrication yards that have been idle for many, many years. So we see those. And then, so apart from the project phase, for the next 20, 25 years, completing that project means you then have people employed for the next 20, 25, 30 years for the life of that project. And that's why the operating expenditure come for those who have supplies, supply of materials, supply of manpower, supply of maintenance activities. So it's a huge undertaking that we saw today. So I think it was very good that the overall chairman of Shell came through himself this time around to make those commitments directly to Mr. President. On our part as NNPC, as the concession holder for the Nigerian PSCs with international investors like Shell, Chevron, ExxonMobil, Total, ours is to continue to work with them and also work with other parts of government to create solutions and proposals that the government can approve. Our responsibility is to be the conscience of the government and the conscience of Nigerians in terms of ensuring that the assumptions that have been made, the promise that have been made, that they are correct and they are authentic, right? That's our own job. We've been doing much of that, and we hope to complete that, and hopefully we can get Mr. President's support for the final investment decision in due course. So today was about Shell, the investment they have, their great gratitude to Mr. President for his ambition and his transparency and his personal commitment to investment climate, and they are also been able to also show commitment to continue to invest in Nigeria.
Thank you very much. Very good.